to Goodrevs. It is episode 2 with the lovely tune of Another Way to Die by Jack White and Alicia Keys, bringing us into the show. It is our second ever episode as we discuss the New England Revolution, who are digging themselves into a deeper hole after the 1-0 loss to the Galaxy on Independence Day. They currently sit in second to last place in the Eastern Conference with that loss. But despite this, positives coming from the result over the past week. Edgaras Jankauskas was finally signed by the Revolution, taking up a roster spot that was traded for a third-round draft pick to the Kansas City Wizards. And speaking of the Kansas City Wizards, the Revolution will face them yet again this Saturday on July 11th. It should be a great matchup. And it will be live at Gillette Stadium. Make sure you tune in for the broadcast on Revs Radio with Brad Feldman and go on to TV 38. Outside of the Revolution broadcasting, Jay Heaps is currently being broadcasted for by FSC as the United States take on the countries of Central and North America for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Jay Heaps, veteran New England Revolution defender, getting the call from the Stars and Stripes. The United States had a game 2 days ago against Grenada in a 4-0 win. Jay Heaps did not make an appearance. However, he will likely be used in the games to come, as Bob Bradley will likely want to experiment with some new players before he gets back onto the World Cup qualifying trail for South Africa 2010. But for the moment, let's discuss what's new with the Revolution in the midfield. Now, with all the injuries, it's hard not to say that the midfield is not crippled for the Revolution, and among one of the major losses, Steve Ralston. And not having Steve Ralston means that Edgaras Jankauskas will have his work cut out for him. However, in the thick of all the injuries, Pat Phelan and Jeff Lorenowitz really have been doing an excellent job to step up for New England. Assuming their leadership roles, they've done quite an excellent job. And next to them, really, a Revs rookie, Nico Kolalucha, signed just a few months ago from the Colorado Rapids. He played exceptionally well against Atlas, making runs, opening up space. He even had a shot off the post. Good things coming from Kolalucha. He will likely be the new guy. Last week, we talked about Taylor Twellman and how he might be at the end of his leash, but we'd like to combine that with something new about the Revolution. Now, we've noticed that the Revs have been taking players from Africa. And, historically, the Revs have been taking players from the United States. Someone like Taylor Twellman. And, you wonder here, African players, who has panned out? You have to say Mansali and Nyasi, but the others, maybe Dubé is starting to find his form, but I have to disagree with Asenge. I think he might be too little, too much, if that really makes sense. I think the story here is for the Revolution to find a new American attacker, someone who can fill the likes of Taylor Twellman's place, someone who can score goals, someone who will be a challenge for opposing defenses, who can make runs, who can get into scoring positions, who can find space to take a shot and score from impossible angles. Someone like Taylor Twellman. As you know, Taylor Twellman at the end of his leash. But at any rate, those are the talking points for this week's episode of Good Revs. Rather short, but we do have some news about the site. The new URL should be coming soon in the next week, week and a half, 2 weeks tops. It will still be Goodrevs, but it will probably be goodrevs.net. But for now, please visit www.goodrevs.weebly.com. For other information, please check us out on Twitter or on our Facebook page. As always, go Revs, and please remember to tune into the United States national team playing in the Gold Cup on FSC. Watch former Revs Clint Dempsey, Michael Parkhurst, and Jay Heaps take on the world. And make sure to watch the Revolution take on the Kansas City Wizards on Saturday at Gillette Stadium. Have a good day.